Hello guys, today I'll be continuing the second part of NPSC 2018 question paper from question number 101 to 200. So let's get the video started. Amarnath temple is in Amarnath temple is in Jammu and Kashmir. Strategic Commission is associated with famine. So the Strategic Commission was was introduced in 1880 under Sir Richard Starkey, and in 1880 Lord Lytton was the Governor General of I- India, and the Strategic Commission submitted this report in 1883 because India was struck with a very terrible famine. Next, 103. The concept of public interest litigation originated in the United States, during the reign of which Viceroy of India elections were held for the first time. So under Lord Linlithgow, the elections were held after the Government of India Act 1935, and the elections were held in 1936 to 37, where Congress party won 7 out of 11 majority seats. So next, antibiotic is produced by beta glycophytes, and they are also known as white blood cell. A two-tier system is prescribed by the 73rd Amendment Act of 1982 for states less than 20 lakhs. So for less than 20 lakhs, only two-tier system of governance is prescribed. 108. Which one of the following function is not the concern of the local government, that is maintenance of public order under the state government? And the aim of the 5-year plan was to correct the disequilibrium in the economy. So the first 5-year plan was uh, the main objective of the first 5-year plan was to correct the disequilibrium in the society, in the economy. The Naga Club was established in 1918 when around 2000 Naga went to France in the First World War, and when they came back, they agreed to form a socio-political organization known as the Naga Club, and it was led by Rufuna and Rijimho. Next, Nagaland became a dry state during the Nagaland Total Liquor Total Prohibition Act 1989. So this date is very important, 1989 for total, and this under this Nagaland Total Liquor Total Prohibition Act 1989, all kinds of liquor production, distribution, supply, and dealing with foreign liquor is totally prohibited inside the Nagaland state. Next, who among the following is known as the man with the golden arm? So the man with the golden arm is known as James Harrison. Economic survey is published by the Ministry of Finance, and it is under the Chief Economic Advisor. So the term Dastak is duty-free trade, and the main festival of Puchuri is Yamshi, which is celebrated in October. Monyo is Pom, and Bushu is celebrated by the Kacharis, and Chituni is celebrated by the Mao tribe. The first evidence of sati practice in Gupta period in AD 510 is found at Iran. So Iran is not the country Iran, but it is Iran in Malwa of Madhya Pradesh, and it was given by Banu Gupta. Next, the author of the Son of the Thundercloud is Istarin Kiri. Next, the Gandhi Irwin Pact 19 arrange the following sequence: the Gandhi Irwin Pact, Ilbert Bill, Rowlatt Act, and Peace India Act. So we should know the date of at least one or two. So the Gandhi Irwin Pact was signed in 1931, which was signed between Gandhi and Lord Irwin to call off the civil disobedience movement. Ilbert Bill is a bill where foreign European judges were tried by Indian courts, and Rowlatt Act is an anti-revolutionary act, and Peace in the Act was passed after the regulating act. So it was in 1784. So first is Peace in the Act, so it will be D. After that, the Ilbert Bill 1883 B, the Rowlatt Act 1919 C, and finally the Gandhi Urban Pact at 1931 A. Those D, B, C, A is the correct answer. So option is B. Nagaland Bamboo Development Agency was established in 2004, and Booker Prize is given for the field of fiction. The human eye forms the image at the retina. So if this is the human eye, so this is the lens. So when image comes, the image is formed on the retina. So the retina is located at the back of the eyeball, and it is where the image is formed. And iris is the lens which control the pupil size, and cornea is the outermost layer of the eye, which is slippery in nature, and it is the answer is retina. What type of software creates a smaller file that is faster to transfer over the internet? So compression allows the file to be transferred by making the video size smaller. Redcliffe line is a line that is between India and Pakistan. So Redcliffe line was done by Lord was done by Redcliffe, and it was done during the partition of India and Pakistan. And India and Bangladesh line is also known as Purvachal line. India and China is McMahon line, and Bhutan and India is known by the simple term Bhutan line. Next, who among the following introduced the Mansabdari system? The Mansabdari system was introduced by Lord Akbar, and the Mansab is also known as a rank or office. Means an officer will control over a land, and all the revenues collected will be uh, governed by him. Next, the sultans of Delhi imported male and female slave from which of the following countries? So during the Sultanate period, they imported males and female slaves from Persia, that is the present day Iran. Rana Pratap of Mewar was defeated by Akbar in the 1576, which is the Battle of Haldighati, in which King Akbar was represented by Raja Mansingh, and he defeated Rana Pratap of Mewar. Next, what kind of power accounts for the largest share of power generation in India? So in India, thermal energy, which constitutes about 65%, is the highest amount, followed by hydro, which constitutes 24%. The Nagaland peace mission was set up on September 6 of 1964, and it was a peace mission that was formed between a few individuals like Reverend Michael Scott and uh, J.P. Narayan, and between the underground leaders, and Vishnu Shaya was also a peace member. Next, name the Arab writer who mentioned the practice of sati during the Sultan rule. So Sulaiman was the Arab writer who mentioned the practice of sati during the Rajput rule. Radical Democratic Party was organized by M.N. Roy. So M.N. Roy was responsible for organizing the Radical Democratic Party, and M.N. Roy was a pioneer of communist movement in India, and he also gave an idea of constitution by M.N. Roy, and he is a staunch communist. Next, this is all current affairs. The so which Indian state is surrounded by Bangladesh on three sides? So the state of Tripura is surrounded by Bangladesh on all sides, and it is also known as the land of the Verdant Valley. So which among the following is not an example of a biomass energy source? So biomass is uh, actually the answer is geothermal, because geothermal is energy that is produced from the interior of the earth when water are deposited in the interior of the earth, and when due to the heat of the underground earth, the water escapes as vapor, and this is called geothermal energy. So the answer is geothermal energy. Wood is also a biomass energy source. Coal is also a biomass, and gobar gas is also biomass. Next, golden quadrilateral connects. So quadrilateral is a road that connects the four metropolitan cities as Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Chennai. It is 5,846 kilometer. Which among the two following missiles of India is a supersonic cruise missile? So BrahMos is a supersonic cruise missile, and it is an acronym given to two rivers, that is Braha, which is an acronym for Brahmaputra, and Mos means Moscow. So it is a joint effort between India and Russia to produce a supersonic cruise missile called BrahMos. The basic unit of a worksheet in which you can enter data is called a cell. Next, which of the following feeds the Idukki Dam? So Idukki Dam is fed by Periyar River. which is in Kerala. The ninth schedule of the Indian Constitution was added by the First Amendment. The First Amendment is related to land reforms. And which of the following is the basic character of oligopoly? So oli means few and poly means seller. So few seller and many buyer. In banking, RTGS stands for real time gross settlement. And what is this RTGS? Suppose you want to send money from your SBI account to your friend who has an account at HDFC. So being different banks, and if you want to sell amount more than 1 or 2 lakhs, that is if you want to send suppose 3 lakhs, then through SBI, if you want to send to HDFC, then it can be done by doing RTGS. RTGS is real time gross settlement, where you can transfer money from one bank to another bank, but it is limit to minimum 2 lakhs and maximum has no limit. And the RTGS takes some taxes for sending money. Next, our traditional kumbang. Kumbang is also called armlet. It is the gear that is worn around the hand. So suppose if this is made of wood, and this is called kumbang, and it is a traditional attire of the Aunagas. Which one of the following articles deals with the international peace? And the last article, that is 51, deals with the international peace. The largest gland in the human body is liver. The main constituents of biogas. So biogas mostly contains carbon dioxide and methane. Methane is 55%, and carbon dioxide is 45%. The Mughal ruler built Moti Masjid at Agra. So Shah Jahan built the Moti Masjid at Agra. What is the theme of? So this is all current affairs. Text 155. The power of the Supreme Court to decide the dispute between the center and the state falls under the original jurisdiction. So under the original jurisdiction, the Supreme Court has power to decide disputes between the center and the state. Suppose there is a conflict between center and Nagaland. So the Supreme Court can intervene using the original jurisdiction. And if the dispute is between Assam and Nagaland, so this also comes under original jurisdiction. If Assam and Nagaland together and they fought a case against the center, so this will be done by the Supreme Court. So it is between center and state, state and state, and center and one side, and states on the other side. So next, the literacy rate of Mokokchung is 91.62, whereas the literacy of Kohima is 85.23. Overall, the Nagaland literacy rate is 79.55, or nearly 80% of the people are literate. The current CEO is Satyan Natela, and the normal gestation period is 280 days. So if 9 months, so if we convert into months, so every month it's 30 days, for example. So 9 3 is 27. So adding the extra 1 2 days, so we can add up to 280 days, not 270 days. The land revenue collected by the rulers of Delhi Sultanate was on the tune of 1/4 of the Buddhist. It is similar to Chaut. Chaut also, it is a tax under the Marathis. So Chaut also considers 1/4 of the tax, and the Delhi Sultanate rulers also initiated this land revenue system. The smallest state by area is Goa, and followed by Tripura. Next, followed by Sikkim. So all cases relating to the interpretation of the Constitution can be brought to the Supreme Court under the appellate jurisdiction. So the interpretation of the Constitution is done by the Supreme Court, and this comes under the appellate jurisdiction. So original, we know that it is between center and state. Advisory means the Supreme Court can advise the president. However, there is no constitutional jurisdiction. This is a wrong term. The highest peak in Nagaland is Saramati, which is 3,840 meters above the sea level. TDB stands for tetanus. So D is diphtheria, D is tetanus, and B is pertussis. So the answer is tetanus. Which of the following northeastern states of India inhabit the Nishi tribe? So Nishi tribe is inhabited by the Arunachal, and Abatani tribe also is under Arunachal. Which of the following pairs is mismatched? So Serisalam is in Andhra Pradesh, correct. Kileswaram is in Tamil Nadu, correct. Sardar Sarovar is in Gujarat. So all these are dams. And Idugu Dam is not in Tamil Nadu, it is in Kerala. And Idugu Dam is under the river Periyar. Next, the main festival of the Chang is Naknilam, Mongyo is Pom, Zokom is Kemingon, and Medemnu is Yimjungar. So match the following. Green revolution. Green revolution is for food grains. Yellow revolution is for oil. Blue revolution is fish, and white revolution is milk. So the option is C. Next, woo, Tata Saheb Award for 2021 is Rajnikant. The Morong equivalent of a lota is Chambo. So Kichuki is Wangamis. Kanji Kataki is related to the Sangam age, and it means a college, and it is related to the Pallavas, where education is provided to Brahminyos in colleges known as Kanj Katika among the Pallavas. Who among the following introduced the land revenues and settlement system for tax purposes? So Alauddin Khilji started the land revenue and settlement system. Who among the following is used for which of the following is used for the measurement and the distribution of income? So Gini Lorentz curve is used for measuring the distribution of income. Under which article one of the following categories enjoys reservation of panchayat for in proportion of the population? So it is article 243D. So it also provides reservation for SC, ST, and women, that is 32%, and for it is 243D is for villages, and 243D is for municipalities. And next, the eastern part of the state bordering Myanmar is Mon district. Which one of the following is wrongly matched? So emergency provisions is under the Weimar constitution, that is Germany. This is correct. Office of the governor is under the Government of India Act 1935, correct. The federal system with a strong central tendency is actually Canada. And concurrent list is also not Austria. So the answer should be federal system with a strong center, that is it should be Canada. And concurrent list, it should be Australia, not Austria. So both the options are wrong. If you can choose one, you will get the points. NPSC has clarified that two of the options also is correct, and you'll get marks for both the answer. Who is the new Prime Minister of Pakistan? So it is Imran Khan. The theory of evolution of species by natural selection was done by Charles Darwin. The India's economic planning cannot be said to be indicative. So what is indicative planning? Indicative planning is that the center will decide what the production should be, how the state should produce. So since the LPG model, India has liberalized its policy, and it is given imperative. It has been an imperative type of planning in which the central government will only assist the private and the states in development process, and they will not follow the centralized process. So it is indicative planning. So the answer is indicative. The soil of the northern plains of India has been formed by aggradation. Aggradation means deposition, and the deposition of the soil is done by the rivers which flow through the northern plains. Which among the following is involved in? So it is Nirav Modi. The British officer who was killed in the Konama War of 1879 was Deman. D.H. Deman was killed in the Konama War of 1879. In which year the Permanent Settlement Act was introduced? 1793. It was introduced during the governor generalship of Lord Cornwallis, and it was introduced in the states of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa, and it is also known as a 10-year settlement, and it was introduced on 22nd of March 1793. Next, ethane is a molecular bond having C2H6. So ethane, the formula of ethane is 2 carbons, that is C, so C H H H H H H. So if we calculate the sticks 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so The answer is 7 bones. So the answer will be 7 bones. The Gujarat translation of Into the Last is Sarvodaya, and it was translated. It was related to Mahatma Gandhi, who believed in Sarvodaya or Unto the Last, and this was inspired by John Ruskin's Unto the Last. Next, Kohima became the headquarters of the Naga Hills on 1878. It was shifted from Wokha to Mukokchung to Kohima in 1878. Fiscal deficit is also known as total revenue, the total expenditure minus total revenue. So answer is public expenditure minus tax and non-debt capital received. Bakar Nangal Dam is in Sutlej River. Hirakot Dam is in Mahanadi. Nagarjuna Sagar is in Krishna, and the Tehri Dam, which is the largest dam in India, is on the river Bhagirathi, which is a tributary of Ganga. So answer is B. Which among the following formulates the fiscal policy? The fiscal policy is done by the Ministry of Finance, whereas the monetary policy is done by the Reserve Bank of India. So keep that in mind. Indangi National Park is located in Peren district, and it is the largest national park in Nagaland, which is at 202.2 square kilometers. And question number 199 is Dash controls the way in which the computer system functions and provides a means by which users can interact with the computer. So operating system, that is Windows operating system, is one of the operating system in which a computer can interact with the system. Users can interact with the system. Next, which among the following wrote the book Amukta Malyada? So Amukta Malyada means the garland of pearls, and it was written by Krishna Deva Raya, and it is also known as the Telugu Magnus Opus, and it is also known as the Amukta Malyada was written by Krishna Deva Raya, and he also wrote Jamboda Kalyanam. Majuli is in Assam, and it is the largest river island in the world. And 99, which among the following countries is not a member of BRICS? So BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So Canada is not an option here. The first Portuguese governor of India was Francisco de Almeida. He was the real founder of Portuguese ruler in Francisco de Almeida was the first governor of India. However, the second governor, Albert Group, was the real founder of British rule in India. So with this, 200 question comes to an end. I hope you all like the video. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you all.